Hello, scholars. I'm Chauncey Joyce, and today I'm here with Bill Fleming. Bill, are you ready to get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. So, Bill, what industry do you work in, and how many years have you worked in the industry?
Yeah, so I am in the insurance industry. I work for a specialty risk insurance carrier called Beasley. I started full-time in the industry about 3 years ago, moving to Atlanta right after graduation for our underwriting development training program, which preceded moving to Los Angeles about 2 years ago to join our executive risk team. And I underwrite public and private company D&O, EPL, and fiduciary insurance.
Wow, cool. So, what's most exciting about this industry?
One thing that's grown clear over time is that insurance is the backbone of the economy. Companies would struggle immensely if they could not insure the liabilities that, are related to starting, growing, and maintaining a successful business. And it's an exciting concept to think about when you're enthralled in the day-to-day of insurance.
Great. So, what's your current title and role there at Beasley?
Yeah, so I'm a U.S. executive risk underwriter at Beasley, and I'm based in Los Angeles. So I focus on kind of the whole West Coast region. Oh, your mic just muted. All right, your mic came undone.
What's a brief description for your role? Sorry, Bill.
All good. So my role is to maintain and grow a profitable book of business by working with a wide range of brokers and analyzing their public and private D&O submissions, which kind of in the West Coast region.
So, are there any other roles you've held that you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, I guess I can just dive into kind of the underwriting training program because, prior to my current role, I was in Atlanta for a year. And basically, what you do there is you rotate through, I think we rotated through like 12 or so different lines that Beasley has, and you learn how to underwrite each one. And, team comes to Atlanta and teaches you, and you kind of have a matchmaking process based on your strengths and weaknesses of kind of where you get placed after this. But it was a really awesome experience and one I would highly recommend to any aspiring students here.
Great. So, you are a University of Cincinnati Bearcat. What was
Sir.
your major here?
So I was a double major in finance and insurance and risk management.
Okay, great. I just started, must be when you graduated, so I didn't get to have you in class. But do you recommend any other professional designations along with your education?
Yeah, so by graduating as a UC IRM major, you do have two classes, or I guess designations, of the eight CPCU tests needed to gain your CPCU designation. I took a third test during COVID just to kind of have something productive done with my time. But I've now kind of pursued that since. But I think the CPCU one would be the destinations that I would pursue. But for my day-to-day role, it's not necessarily something that is absolutely required. So for now, it's kind of in the back burner.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, Bill. Could you please describe a good day for you?
Yeah, so for me, a good day is when I'm using my brain creatively. And my favorite thing about this industry and job is each day is so different and so new and exciting. From working on large public company deals in sophisticated industries such as biotech, tech, AI, manufacturing, to a private seed series investor, to a family company that's been in business for multiple generations. Like each day in each industry that you look at is so new and exciting that that's kind of what I love the most about this role.
Great. Now, what's a challenging day look like, Bill?
Yeah, so having hard conversations with brokers is kind of the most challenging aspect because I do kind of want to be that person that everyone likes and everyone doesn't want to, I don't want to upset anyone. And sometimes you do have to upset people in this job and have a hard conversation about, because at the end of the day you have to protect your book, and the market conditions have been interesting and challenge for sure, starting off in this role. But just learning that it's not personal by any means. Like it's just the role, it's just the job, and not taking anything to heart really is important in having those conversations and just trying to make a win-win scenario out of most situations and trying to help out the broker as much as possible. But it's definitely a challenge at times.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, do the good days outnumber your challenging days?
By far, yes.
Oh, that's great. So glad to hear that. So what is your favorite part of your role?
So I love the analytical aspects to my role. I definitely like just growing up, I just loved math and like I was even a business analytics major for a couple of years at UC and just diving into specific companies' exposures and underwriting to them and providing a creative solution to a broker when they don't have many other solutions for the market. Like that excites me and that's definitely something that I love and like then just like being a partner for that company as they go through their growth stages getting to meet and know the CFOs and CEOs of these companies and saying like, yeah, I'm your underwriter, and if you need anything, and this is our claims team, like this is, we are truly a resource to them. So yeah, just being kind of value add to our brokers and but that stems from being the analytical aspects, which is what I love the most.
Neat. So um what's the least favorite part of your role?
Yeah, I mean, I would step it back to just having those hard conversations and hard
Yeah,
messages. Nothing too more to add there, I guess.
gotcha. Yep. So what challenges did you face when getting in your career?
Learning insurance lingo is definitely there's a lot. There's a million acronyms, and at times like it's a foreign language. And when I talk to about insurance to my roommates, like it just goes so much far over their head, and I'm just like feel like I'm just saying simple stuff, but it truly is like a language that you learn. And it's hard at first, and it was definitely an adjustment because you're dealing with senior underwriters who have been in the industry for 30 years and they're just talking and you're just like, wait, can you slow down? Can you explain what XYZ means? And you just take it from there. But that's definitely was a challenge at first, getting into my current role.
Yeah. All right, Bill, I have another one for you. Do you have any habits or routines, activities you do that help you with your mental health?
Yeah, so I like to take advantage of kind of where I live and the benefits of Southern California. So I spend as much time as outdoors as possible. I'm lucky enough to live only a mile from the beach. So I've got, a bike that I go ride on sunset bike rides at to kind of just help me unwind after a long day or, just go for a run or, I go hiking a lot. So just like trying to stay active in general. I try to just eat my best or try to eat healthy, live an active lifestyle and just socialize with friends as much as I can.
Thanks for sharing that, Bill. I'm so glad to hear
Mhm.
you're taking care of yourself too.
Appreciate that.
So, what advice would you like to share with an undergraduate student?
Yes, I would challenge students to think outside their norms and just seek discomfort, professionally and personally. In my postgraduate life and even in college, like the most growth I've had stemmed from, being enthralled and just like taking that leap into uncomfortable situations. I can think back to when I, decided to study abroad to a city that I'd never been before. When I moved to Atlanta, knowing pretty much no one. When I moved to Los Angeles, when I knew no one, and that was probably the hardest move, which is like living, truly moving across the country. But I figured out who I was. I figured out what I liked, what I didn't like, who I wanted to surround myself with. And not only, did I survive, but I thrived. And I credit a lot of this to, experiences and opportunities within, my experiences at college at UC. Gamma Iota Sigma for sure was one. Linear business honors and, just like I said, studied abroad for a semester. Those were all experiences that kind of helped me take that leap. But um, yeah, just I would challenge students to just seek discomfort whenever they can.
Yeah, that's absolutely wonderful advice. Thank you so much. So, before we close out our discussion, is there anything else you'd like to add or say?
I'd just like to add that insurance is truly a hidden gem of a career. It's just as big of an industry as finance, but is truly completely recession proof. Like everyone will need insurance. And the more niche you go, it's definitely not going to be hindered as much as, some industries with the whole AI movement. Um, it does provide a fantastic work-life balance, and there's so many avenues for growth that can fit your strengths, especially as kind of the boomer class starts to retire. It's definitely an old industry, and they're looking for young people. So definitely would not overlook this industry as a career choice.
Thanks so much, Bill. It was great to interview you. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. You're welcome.